First of all, we should know what is CNF is. CNF is nothing but Chomsky's hierarchy. CNF is nothing but Chomsky's hierarchy or Chomsky's normal form. See, whenever context-free grammar is given and that grammar has to be converted into CNF, initially the primary rule is that, see, the given grammar should not have any useless symbols. Should not have any useless symbols, and as well as it should not have any null productions or epsilon productions, and also it should not have any unit productions. That means that each and every grammar, whenever we wanted to convert it into a Chomsky's normal form, it should be optimized. Later on, you can convert it into CNF. See, whenever a grammar is given, it should be converted into CNF. See, that if you can say that a grammar is in CNF whenever a grammar is of form non-terminal tends to non-terminal, and if n or else non-terminal tends to terminal. That means that if any of the grammar on RHS, either we can have two non-terminals or it can have only one terminal, then you can say that that grammar is in CNF. Let us suppose consider this example where S tends to A, B, where A tends to A, B tends to B. In this case, if you observe carefully, in RHS of the grammar is containing two non-terminals. Hence, this production is in CNF, right? If you observe carefully, this implies A tends to small a. This is a terminal, right? It is in the rule 2 form. It is also in CNF. It is also in CNF. Observe carefully, if you take one example like this, S stands to like A, or B, or A or B. So, can you say that this is in CNF? No, right? How? Because if you take this particular grammar, S stands to small a, capital A, small a. See here, instead of having two non-terminals or one terminal, we will be having combination of terminals and non-terminals, which should not acceptable by CNF. Hence, you should convert it into CNF. How you will do this? See, assume that, before converting it into CFG into CNF, what we can do it now? Let us understand that whether this grammar is containing useless symbols. No useless symbols, right? And is the grammar is containing any epsilon productions? No epsilon productions. And is there any is this grammar is containing any unit productions? No unit productions exist here, right? So no unit productions. Hence, you can convert it into, already the given grammar is in optimized form, right? So that you can convert it into CNF, which is nothing but Chomsky's normal form. See how you will do this. Let us assume that they have given us S stands to small a, capital A, small a, right? Assume that you have a production like P1 tends to A. Assume that we are assuming that P1 tends to A. If you replace P1 in this particular production, it will become S tends to P1, capital A, again P1. P1 tends to A, which is satisfied by one of the rule in CNF. But if you observe carefully, after substituting P1 into this particular production, we got three non-terminals in RHS of the productions. But according to CNF, we should have only two non-terminals, right? See, we should convert this into two non-terminals. How we will do this? See, you again assume that P2 tends to P1A. Again you substitute this P2 into this. What will happen? S tends to P2 P1, right? Henceforth, this grammar becomes, this particular production will become P1 tends to A and as well as P2 tends to P1A as well as S tends to P2 P1, right? We have converted. If you observe this particular grammar, in RHS we will be having either one terminal or two non-terminals exist, right? Now, we have done only for this production. Again we need to do this rest of the productions as well in a given grammar. Observe carefully, we have one more production which is nothing but S stands to B, capital B and small b. Assume that again P3 tends to small b. You substitute it into the given production. What will happen? S stands to P3, B and again P3. See, this is in CNF, but in case of this particular production, it is having three non-terminals instead of two non-terminals according to CNF rule, right? See, convert it, you have to convert it, right? After converting, how you will do this? You again assume that, you again assume P4 tends to like P3, B. You substitute P4 into the S. What will happen? S stands to like P4, P3. That means that after minimizing, after converting this particular production, S stands to B, capital B and small b, which gives P3 tends to B as well as S, P4 tends to P3, B and S stands to P4, P3, right? So now, in place of this particular production, we got three rules. In place of this particular production, we again got three rules, right? And we have done with this production along with this production. Why we have taken we have converted these two? Because in given production, it is a combination of terminals or non-terminals. So that we have converted it into a CNF, which should be in the form of, in RHS, it should be in the form of either two non-terminals or single terminal, right? And one more productions are S stands to A and S stands to B. No need to convert these two productions, right? Because in a given production itself, it is having only one terminal, right? Hence, this one and again these two productions becomes CNF of given grammar, right? Hope this video is useful for you. Thanks for watching.